India has reiterated the country's objection to the back-to-back remarks from the US State Department regarding the arrest of Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and freezing of the chief opposition Congress's bank accounts. MEA spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal reminded that the modern states are expected to be respectful of the sovereignty and internal affairs of others. Remember, after India summoned a senior US diplomat to the Ministry of External Affairs to lodge a strong objection over State Department's remarks, calling for fair, transparent and timely legal process following the arrest of Delhi's CM Arvind Kejriwal, US State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller has addressed this entire situation. He stated that they are closely monitoring recent developments, including the arrest of Delhi's chief minister and the allegations by the Congress party regarding the freezing of their bank accounts. Miller has emphasized that the importance of fair, transparent and timely legal processes are of prime importance. Last week, Germany had also been the first country to, in fact, express hope that standards regarding the independence of the judiciary and basic democratic principles should be applicable to Delhi Chief Minister's arrest. A day later, the German Deputy Chief of Mission was also called in by the MEA. Germany changed its tone after India summoned the German diplomat. On that note, let's also bring you the reactions.
Yesterday, India had lodged its strong objection and protest with the senior official from the US Embassy with regard to the comments made by the US State Department. The recent remarks by the State Department are unwarranted. Any such external imputation on our electoral and legal processes is completely unacceptable. In India, legal processes are driven only by the rule of law.
We continue to follow these actions closely, including the arrest of Delhi Chief Minister Kejriwal. We are also aware of the Congress Party's allegations that tax authorities have frozen some of their bank accounts in a manner that will make it challenging to effectively campaign in the upcoming elections, and we encourage fair, transparent, and timely legal processes for each of these issues.
Mr. Sachdev, time and again we see a very whimsical, capricious stance coming in from the United States. At times they call India an indispensable ally, and on times like these, they often attack India's way of conducting its own democracy. Having said that, how much of it is political? Because as I said, the timing cannot be ignored. US is also headed into presidential election. It's an open secret that the US media itself has been lambasting the US government for turning a blind eye to what they are referring to as democratic backsliding in India.
Thank you so much. One, I think, yes, the US-India relations are awesome and all, but I think we got to realize, and the reality is that there will be such push and pulls in US-India relations going ahead further. And not only with the US, with other countries also, let's say like Germany. The point is, in some countries or in certain countries, with regards to India, there's a knee-jerk reaction, right? Now, as to the timing, I would not say that, this was by design. Yeah, sure, Kejriwal ended up in the, in the prison, and that's when they're commenting. So timing-wise, I won't look into it much. But it's a typical reaction. And generally, I think what India is doing now is pretty clear. We are stating our things, fine, you may be commenting. We are not now, in a sense, we are not bothered with what you say. To this, I'll add one more thing. It is time that even India starts commenting sometimes on issues which are, basic, which cut across everything, which are happening in the US or Europe or Germany or England.
Right.
See, we should also be contributing to the global discussion. Okay, fine. They assume it's their right to discuss and comment. It is our right also, because in this planet, we are 1/6 of the planet. All whatever right. happens to the world.
Mr. Sachdev, I'm so sorry to interrupt you there. In fact, I'm also joined in by senior diplomat, Ambassador Ashok Sajjanahar, who's also on the phone line. Ambassador, whether it is our country's independent judiciary or the upcoming election, why should that become a topic of global discussion?
No, you're very right. I think as far as the present case that we're discussing, it is totally the comments from the American Foreign Office spokesperson, and before that the German representative, they were totally uncalled for and unwarranted. Meaning, I think at a separate level, the relations between the two countries, India and the United States, are good, even as far as our The Prime Minister had said we have overcome the hesitations of history, and there is this is the most consequential relationship as far as India is concerned. And the United States also at the highest level, they have said. But these are pinpricks which need to be avoided, because there is so much work that the two countries really need to do together. You know, whether it's in green energy, whether it's climate change, whether it is technology, whether it is semiconductor chips, whether it is defense, security, there's so many other things.
With that, let's now shift focus over to Pakistan. The country's jurists have accused the country's intel agency ISI of intimidation. This week, 6 High Court judges have written an open letter. The judges have accused the agency of intimidating and coercing